There are so many recipes online for Benihana's Yum Yum sauce that I've lost count. And while some of them are decent, none of them are correct. Until today. In this video, I'm going to finally reveal to you the original recipe for Benihana's most popular condiment. We'll go over the one secret ingredient that's missing from every recipe online. Then I'll show you the proper method of preparation so you can make it at home even better than any Japanese steakhouse you've ever been to. So let's get to it. All right, really quickly before we hop into the recipe, I want to address the one secret ingredient missing from every recipe online: heavy whipping cream. Most recipes call for water to thin out their sauce, but at Benihana, the richness and consistency is achieved by the use of both mayonnaise and heavy cream. The second thing everyone has gotten wrong thus far is the method of preparation. Every recipe I've seen instructs you to dump all the ingredients in a bowl and mix them together. But to make Yum Yum sauce correctly, you'll need to set up a double boiler. If you've never used one before, don't let the name scare you. It's essentially just a bowl that sits on top of a pot of lightly simmering water. They're used to gently heat sauces to prevent them from breaking. If you've ever made a hollandaise, you already know the drill. So to set up a double boiler, take a small pot and find a metal bowl that fits snugly on top, but doesn't touch the bottom. Then bring an inch or two of water up to a boil in your pot. When you reach a rapid boil, turn it down to a light simmer. Now, we're going to make Benihana's original recipe first, and then I'm going to show you my version I've come up with through months of experimentation, which I believe has a much more complex and better depth of flavor. So for Benihana's version, in a small bowl, combine 1/2 cup or 105 grams of Hellmann's mayonnaise, then add 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of heavy whipping cream, and 2 teaspoons or 12 grams of ketchup. In another bowl, add 2 teaspoons or 9 grams of white sugar, 1/4 teaspoon or 1 gram of kosher salt, 1/4 teaspoon or 1/2 gram of garlic powder, 2 pinches of sweet paprika, and 1 pinch of coarse ground black pepper. Then mix all the spices together and set the bowl aside. Now in your double boiler, add 2 tablespoons or 28 grams of unsalted butter and whisk the butter until it has melted. Then add the bowl of mayonnaise, cream, and ketchup, toss in the spices, and whisk everything together until you have a homogeneous mixture and the spices have all incorporated into the sauce. Please note, we're not actually cooking the sauce, so if at any time it seems like it's getting too hot or you notice the sauce is breaking, remove it from the heat immediately and keep whisking. You can also control the heat of the sauce by removing it from the double boiler and putting it back on at any time. As soon as everything is well incorporated, you're finished with the cooking part. Before you serve the sauce, you'll want to let it cool down and ideally refrigerate it for several hours or preferably overnight. You need the sauce to set in the fridge to achieve both the correct flavor and consistency. It's only after it has been refrigerated for a few hours that the sauce really comes into its own. And this is the exact recipe and method used at Benihana to make their Yum Yum sauce. Now, let's compare the Benihana version we just made with some I bought earlier at the restaurant. Here's what I bought from Benihana, and here's what we just made. As you can see, it's the same sauce, and in terms of taste, it's identical. Now, super quick before we go, I want to share with you what I believe is a much more refined version of Yum Yum sauce. Before I had the original recipe, I was conducting experiments trying to reverse engineer it, and I found if you make 2 changes, you can vastly improve upon the flavor of the original. We're going to stay true to Benihana's base recipe and method of preparing the sauce, but we're going to replace Hellmann's mayonnaise with Kewpie. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Kewpie is a brand of mayonnaise from Japan that is made with egg yolks and is much creamier and more custardy than its Western counterpart. And the second thing we're going to add is 3 additional spices to the sauce: white pepper, onion powder, and mustard powder. And that's it. So for my version, add 1/2 cup or 115 grams of Kewpie brand mayonnaise, 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of heavy whipping cream, and 2 teaspoons or 12 grams of ketchup to a bowl. In another bowl, add 2 teaspoons or 9 grams of white sugar, 1/4 teaspoon or 1 gram of kosher salt, 1/4 teaspoon or 1/2 gram of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon or 1 gram of dry mustard powder, 1/4 teaspoon or 1/2 gram of white pepper, 1/4 teaspoon or 1/2 gram of onion powder, 2 pinches of sweet paprika, and 1 pinch of coarse ground black pepper. Now, to your double boiler, add 2 tablespoons or 28 grams of unsalted butter and whisk until the butter has melted. Add the mayonnaise mixture and the spice mix and whisk until everything is homogeneous. And just like with the previous version, you'll want to cool the sauce down and refrigerate it for several hours before serving. And that's it. This, in my opinion, is how you can improve upon the original recipe. If you'd like to learn some more hibachi at home recipes, make sure to check out this playlist. Thanks for watching. See you next time.